In this video, I'm going to be walking you through the complete overview of the roadmap of how to get your first 1,000 subscribers. This is actually part of a series. In the next few videos, I'm going to be sharing with you how to get your first $1,000 in monetization. So we'll talk about different methods and how you can make your first $1,000. And we'll also talk about how you can get your first $1,000 in terms of sponsorship income as well. So multiple videos in this series about hitting those 1,000 metric milestones, but you're not going to get anywhere unless you've got the subscribers for multiple reasons. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this particular video. This is a high overview. If you want more details, go to our channel homepage, take the free course, you'll find it there, or join our community. Again, the link to that is over on our channel homepage, where you can ask us questions directly, and you can access additional free resources that we keep in our knowledge base there. So the first thing that you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to get your first 20 subscribers by accessing the network that you already have. This could be friends, it could be family, but basically you're going to set up your newsletter, and again I'll show you how to do that in the free course, and then you're going to be emailing out to people and telling them that you've set up this newsletter. Now, we always say that your first newsletter should ideally be something you're interested in, you're passionate about. You want to make sure that you're going to be committed to this for the long run. So you probably already have access to a network. It might be about a sport you're interested in, it might be about something to do with work. You might just have a really supportive family that are willing to join, but you want to get those first numbers in, and they're also going to be people that are going to be able to get you feedback. They'll be able to tell you, if there's any issues, or this wasn't there, couldn't read that, that was a bit, not displayed properly, that link didn't work. And they're people that you're going to be happy to hear that kind of advice from while you're still learning. So that's what you're going to do in order to get the first 20 subscribers. Access the people you already know, share it on your own personal social media. Hey, I started this newsletter, or if it's about particular football team, something like that, email them, say, hey, I'm doing a fans newsletter, would you mind sharing it around? Go old school with your first 20 and get those subscribers in the bag. Once you've done that, to get from 20 through to your first 100, we're going to start to get people who are outside of our initial network to be aware of our newsletter. You've probably got a few editions of that newsletter out already. You've figured out what all the buttons do. You've got yourself an idea of a schedule, and you're feeling more confident about things, so it's time to go to a wider audience. The best way to do this for free without having to spend any money is lead magnets. All you're going to do is create something of value that your audience would be interested in. It could be in the form of an ebook, it could be in the form of the video, it could be an audio file. It really doesn't matter. What's more important is that your audience will value it, and what you're doing is you're providing that lead magnet in exchange for a sign up. So you'd put the lead magnet as a download within the welcome email, for example. So they sign up to your newsletter, and in the first email, which is the welcome email, they will get sent that lead magnet. The other way you can do it is you can create lead magnets which are free resources, and you would put a link to your newsletter within that lead magnet. So you might go into a relevant Facebook group, for example, and then you would be able to put a free resource in there, and then at the bottom of it, if you want more of this, then join my newsletter. You can also do things like creating long posts and then put at the bottom, if you found value in this, then please subscribe to my newsletter. Just be aware that if you're going to start spamming your newsletter in Facebook groups, you're going to get kicked out. You can also contact people directly. So if you've got a B2B newsletter, you could promote it on LinkedIn, DM people. The same with Twitter. Twitter's a great place to get newsletter subscribers, but you want to start by doing manual outreach. Again, from your personal account is absolutely fine at the beginning, but just find Facebook groups that you're already in where people have an interest and start sharing resources. Mention you can find similar information in your newsletter. Put links to your newsletter in all of these resources that allow people easily to click through and become a subscriber if you want. We've done case studies, tests for newsletters where we've just shared 3 different lead magnets across a range of Facebook groups that were all within the same niche, and we very quickly, within a few weeks, got 50, 60 subscribers just from these 3 simple lead magnets that we made with ChatGPT. No additional editing, just text. We put the link in as well, and we got the result. So it does work. You've just got to be willing to put in the work. Once you've done that and you've commented on people's posts and said, hey, I have this newsletter, it might help you out, all those kind of things on social media, it's time to start creating the social media for your brand. So this is the bit where you've tested the ideas, you know what you're doing, you're interested in it, you're going to keep the newsletter going. Let's get up to a point where we can get up to our first 500 subscribers and we can start making some money. So what you're going to do is you're going to go away and you're going to set up the social media for your brand, for your newsletter. So go out there and you'll probably find straight away which are the best channels, social media channels for your audience. So you might find that actually, Twitter and Facebook were great, YouTube not so much. So you might want to start with those in order to manage your workload. Again, we can use AI to create social media posts for us. We're going to put a link to our newsletter in the bio, and then we're going to start posting on social media as our brand for our newsletter. Once we've got that set up and we've got a professional look to our newsletter, we can start doing outreach. A great one to do outreach for is podcasts. There's a lot of communities, Facebook groups that will have podcast shows that are looking for guests, and you could go and you could get on a podcast. It's just an hour of your time in exchange for being able to share some value and share your newsletter, and then you can get some subscribers that way. You can also start to form partnerships, so you're not going to get any money at this point, but you can find micro influencers, people in the same area as your newsletter. You provide some value to their audience in exchange for being able to promote your newsletter. So you could sort of do a 24-hour takeover of somebody's Instagram page or Facebook page or YouTube, or start reaching out to people on Twitter, doing something similar, TikTok. It really doesn't matter. Wherever your audience is, find them and then start to grow on those channels and start putting out more and more content. As I said, pick 1 or 2 of these social media channels to start with, really double down on those. It could even be Pinterest, and then what you're doing is you're putting money in the bank for the future as things start to snowball. And don't be afraid to stop. Like, I had a case study newsletter that we were testing out. I thought YouTube would be great. It was awful. Facebook was the best place for me, so that's where I doubled down. At this point, when we hit 500 subscribers, we should be making some money. We should be having some money coming in through our affiliate links. And we want to start making money with sponsorships. So by this point, you should be starting to network with potential sponsors, and you should be at a point where you are starting to talk to sponsors and get them into your newsletter. It might be free, it might just be for a very small amount of money. And if you go over to our website, again, link is on the channel homepage, you can find our calculators where you can work out how much money you can charge for a sponsorship. But we should be able to start bringing in a little bit of money by that 500 subscribers. And I'll talk more about sponsorship deals in that video and how you want to go about doing that. But once we've hit the 500 subscriber mark, then that little bit of money that we're making, we want to start reinvesting it into our business. And that will be looking at paid ads. This might be that the people that you've partnered with on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, you start to say, okay, instead of a partnership, can I pay you some money for a little bit more exposure because you work well with somebody, or you got your newsletter lots of subscribers? Twitter is a great place for advertising newsletters. A lot of people like to read content on Twitter, will enjoy reading your newsletter. So definitely a platform to look at when thinking about ads. Facebook ads, when done well, you can get subscribers for $1-2. So again, something to look at, and you should by this point know what is working and what's not working, what resonates with your audience. And you've got those lead magnets that you can use in order to try and incentivize people to sign up. And you can access ad networks as well. Again, in our course, we talk about different platforms, different ad networks that you can access. And back in December, we did a 12 days of Christmas. We also talked about different ad networks in that one as well. So loads of content on our channel where you can go find out a little bit more about those. You can join platforms where they will promote your newsletter in other newsletters that are within a similar niche, and then again you can get sign-ups nice and cheaply for that, because you're taking the money that you're starting to earn, you're reinvesting it into your business, and that is going to really accelerate your growth up to the 1,000 subscribers. And then from that point onwards, it's just about growth. Then it's about more conversation with the sponsors, increasing your fees, bringing in more money, investing that into paid traffic, keep developing your organic and free traffic, and then the whole thing will start to snowball over time in order for you to get that growth, where you can then start to pull out a profit from your newsletter. If you want more growth strategies, then all you need to do is come over into our community. As I said, link is on the homepage of this channel. Have a conversation with us. Let us know what is going on within your newsletter, and we'll be able to give you some ideas of exactly how you can grow your newsletter and what is the best way to do it based on where you are in the journey. Remember, 2 more videos coming out, one on monetization, and the other one is going to be on getting that first big sponsorship deal as well. So if you're interested in that, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.